What is up, Stud Squad? It is I, Logan, and today we are going to be going over how to build your LEGO Star Wars custom clone trooper army. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a video on how to build your official LEGO Star Wars clone trooper army, and I promised I'd do a custom clone army. Now that video is here. Sorry for the delay. But it is time. I wanted to really analyze and figure out the best possible sites. This is not going to cover every LEGO Star Wars clone selling site, because there are so friggin' many. These are just the ones I personally like and think are interesting. But with that said, please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, do all the other things, and let's get into it. Now, before I officially start off, I do want to say there are about 3 types of custom clones. You could get the printed kind, like Clone Army Customs or Firestar. You could get the decaled kind, or you could get the painted kind. Painted is kind of a very obscured art form. People work very hard on those. And the main two are decals and printed. I'm going to be trying to show you the best possible places, and I also have codes with a good chunk of these sites. I'll tell you if I do before I start a section or not. And you would save anywhere from like 5 to 20% off in the entire order. So let's get started with one of my favorite sites, Jonak Toys. Now, Jonak's also a pretty good friend of mine. He's offered some of these giveaways for my charity events. So like if you donate, he basically offered a bunch of free stuff. He's just a super nice guy, and he sells basically everything. Like here, I'll click on, you have categories, you have complete figures. So if you want to get like custom figures, for example, you want to go custom figure parts. Then he has all these different Clone Army Customs parts. And not just that, he also has, like, all his new releases. What he does his own. He has some AV decal sheets, which are another brand of decal. But I think if you're going to buy AV, do it here, because they have very long shipping times. And Jonak doesn't have as long of a shipping time. But they're super detailed, highly edited, like, or highly looked at. You'll see, like, look how detailed that is. Now, decals are very hard to apply, and I don't do them personally. I'm just not a huge fan. I don't have the time. But they're nice. It's like you'd see, it's $1. That's a pretty good deal, and you can make a 501st Trooper. And the thing I like about Jonak so much is he bases them off of, like, what LEGO's designs are. Like, he doesn't make his own custom designs like a lot of other sites do. He basically takes LEGO's designs and makes them as if LEGO were to make a certain figure. And that's the thing I think that's awesome about him. So you go, like, he has his custom decals. He has, like, every Legion imaginable. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to go through all that. But his decals are great. They're, like, $1 each. The big ones I like that he has are custom figures. He'll have even Clone Army Customs. And this is great because with Clone Army Customs, you know, it gets very pricey. And I think, you know, just like this guy. And the thing that's different, the reason why this is cheaper, is because he has discount codes. Now, my code personally are studs, but everyone else, a bunch of other people have them. And basically, with these discount codes, you save 5% off a figure. So it's not much, but when Clone Army Customs doesn't really offer them, I think it's just, I personally like it. And yeah, you'll see, like, he has some decal troopers, he has more Clone Army Customs, he really has everything. And he tries to, I believe, hold most of the stock of, like, Clone Army Customs and AV figures on his own site, which I think is great. Like, look at that. That's a little expensive. But yeah, I think the prices are fair. That's really expensive. I think the prices are fair, generally speaking, when it comes to the regular stuff, not this, like, the weird custom printing stuff. I'm not a huge fan of, like, the $80 random figures that don't exist in canon. Like, I'll try to find one, like this guy. Like, Blue Thermo 442nd, or 332nd, or Kwanzaa Trooper. Not a huge person on those. Just not my thing. But let's move into the next category. So next up is Firestar Toys. They are absolutely great. Now, Firestar has, like, everything. And they're great because if you're in the UK, you can get them. So this isn't just an American thing. You could go buy them. And they have Clone Army Customs helmets. They have Clone Army Customs weapons. They have official LEGO helmets. You see all of that here. My personal favorite from them is, we'll try to find it, is their custom arm printing. Now, you'll see they have Lieutenant arm printing. They have Clone Phase 2 arm printing. They have First Order arm printing here, which it shows up, but you have, like, all your clone arm printing, and you'll go to the next side, and you'll see they have even more. Like, look at all this. I like them for their 501st arms. I personally put them on my own 501st Troopers and 442nd Troopers. They look great, or 332nd Troopers, and they look great. And yeah, I just think overall amazing company. I have a code there too. You check that out in the description if you want to buy from them. Shipping is super fast, at least when I order from them. So it really depends how you are and what you're buying and what your shipping you're buying is. But they have a ton of stuff. This is just a little fragment of it. It's lots of stuff on their website to navigate. But let's move into the next site. Next up is DK Collectibles. I have a code with them, but they're not like a huge sponsor I work with. But yeah, so they have their main style is doing the OG clone style. So if you want the
old plain phase 2 design, but you want it in all your favorite custom, designs, then this is really where to go. And also the torsos for the more modern designs are good. I like that. The main thing they function in are the new custom helmets, and they also have some nice, really good printing phase 1 clones. This one's like $17 right now, which is pretty good. But they're not personally my favorite. Like I have other favorites, but I think they're good. Like, look at that. Wolfpack Troopers. These are all official figs. But let's move into the next site.
Now, at any of these sites, sometimes I get a kickback when you use my codes, and with that kickback, I've asked all my sponsors if I may sell any of their products for whatever money I would make to put it directly into a GoFundMe I am running right now to raise enough money to buy 51 battle packs for kids in need at the Ronald McDonald House. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to buy 51 battle packs, and I'm just going to donate them because, that's awesome. So I need your help. We are so close. We're nearly halfway there, and all of your help would be much appreciated, so please remember to donate. I'll leave that link at the top of the description. Or if you want to buy from any of these sites, I'll leave their links. Just use my code, and any kickback I get will go directly into the GoFundMe.
Here's my favorite, Clonery Customs. Jonak does have a lot of Clonery Customs listings and everything. Nothing compares to the stock they have. They have so much stuff, it's insane. They have gear. I personally own one of their little backpacks. They have, like, the little Mando Troopers. They have Mandalorians. They have Clone Troopers, and they're really frequently, especially recently, have been updating their stock. Mainly ones with, like, the realistic style. The realistic style are these new designs. These are the ones I prefer. They look more like what Legos look like, or the Lego figures themselves look like, and more realistic in general, you'll see. I just like that. Like, I need to get that eventually. The only problem I have with, like, the Rex is it's not, like, bruised up enough. But yeah, so, like, you'll notice they have other designs, like, we'll go to news, and you'll see, like, they've been recently updating all their helmets. I know I sold a bunch of my old Clonery Customs helmets to buy those. But then they also have all these older design helmets. Like, say, this is, like, Captain Vaughn. But the problem is, he, like, has this old design. I don't like that too much. It doesn't fit in as well with the Legos. But yeah, like, you'll see all these. They're okay. They're just not great. But let's move into the next site. We have the Clonery Customs, but for more realistic style. Now, Clonery Customs, they're the ones who are more heavily printed, heavily detailed. Now, Minifigs For You, which is designed by Solbrick Studios, is more like if Lego were to produce this minifigure, then this is what it would look like, but printed. So, like, Jonak does that with his decals. So, like, we'll go, if Lego was to do a modern version of, say, Captain Gregor, or Commando Gregor, it would probably look like this. If Lego, say, was to do, Commander Hound, it would probably look something like that. Sergeant Hound, it would look something like this. The main thing that I see that appeal with these guys is they don't have the side printing. I know a lot of people don't like side printing, like on Clonery Customs, because, it just, Lego doesn't do that type of a thing. They do it a tiny bit, but it's extremely rare, and I think that's a fair reason to why people just aren't a huge fan of that. Now, next up, and one of our last sites is Aerialite. I don't have a code with them, but they do have really cool helmets. I really, really like their helmets. Personally, I think I like the CAC realistic style, but I think these are perfectly great too. These are the ones I know TheBrickWiz used in his Anaxis mock. Here are just a few examples. You get Hardcase, you get Tup, you get the Jet Trooper, you get Dogma, you get, there's Kix, you get the drill. There's Cody, there's Jesse. I think they look great. And finally, I also have a quick site to show you. This is BricksbyYT. He was one of my first channel sponsors, and he's really helped me to get where I am today, so I'd feel like ashamed if I didn't announce him. He also came up with my channel name, which is some pretty nice little insider info there. But yeah, so he has some cool decals. I find it interesting. His are certainly cheaper. He has a lot of 75-cent decals. His are different. He has his own unique design, which take it how you will. Like, this is realistic phase 2014 style, but then you'd have other ones which would be less like that, and it really varies. Again, decals, I'm not huge on, so I can't really tell you. You're gonna have to ask a decal person. I'm just not big on them. But yeah, so that's his site.
So those are some of the custom sites I recommend. Again, I'm running the charity event, so if you would even donate just $1, it would help a ton. But overall, those are all the sites. I'll leave the link in the description. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and tell me how you plan to grow your custom LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper army. See you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay awesome.